Hi everyone, it's me, Sailor Moon, Serena here, and I haven't done a YouTube live stream in, well, it's been, I guess, since September of last year. And man, a lot of things have shifted since then, you know. Um, so anyway, the first thing I want to talk about is that there seems to be this inconsistency with SailorMoonTV.com, where films will play, then they'll play for a while, and then you'll come to a film that doesn't play. And so, I mean, it's the only webstead where I can see the Deke and the Cloverway offshoots of my show. Oh, I know the Viz one is out there, and I got them all on discs though. But it's like, oh well. Um, so then I went on their Twitter and I wrote down like, well, you have to work on this because nothing's playing now, and I'm the only one that can do this. I can't do it, and I haven't heard back from them on Twitter and not. Club Sailor Moon, these folks from the settled land who somehow, some way, out of luck, have not gotten in a bind of ownership, and they've been around since 2012 YL, so mine see that. And I know some folks are going to be like, oh, well, the Dolby Flash player is dead. Yeah, we know that. And it's going to take many updates before the new player takes the stead of the old player. Hi. Hello, my friend. Oh, hi. It's good to see you. Thank you for being on my YouTube live stream. You know? So, sad for clearing my throat. So, yeah. So this is how, yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to clear my throat all there, but it happened. And, well, there is a thing at the bottom of the YouTube live stream that says something like edit or shift. I wonder what that means, but I don't want to get into it. Sad for that burp. So right now I have. So what I was saying before I had to, so I hope Club Sailor Moon gets around to working on their webstead, because their shout out box doesn't work at all. I mean, you seek to make a reckoning with them, and you seek to make a working name with them, and it doesn't work. Like, the shout out box just doesn't work. It's like, so, and that's like, that doesn't work. And then they got their Twitter, I even wrote it small too. So I even wrote it small, so they can't say, "Oh, you were yelling, you were shouting, hollering at us." Well, so anyway, it is what it is, So it's like I want to go back, and last week I went back and I started watching the Deke offshoot of my show, and someday the Cloverway offshoot of my show. And then, it just stops working. They always got their old hang up. And then someone's on a shout out box and they go, "Oh, I just gave you some goud. And now what's wrong with your webstead?" First off, why would you be giving them goud? Two, their webstead is they got, I don't know what's wrong with their webstead. Only they can heal it. It says here, someone wrote down, the fiends have something clipped in my brain, told Sailor Moon to go in to be mad with a knife. I don't know. All right, that's it. You're locked. Not going to get me any hang up with YouTube. And I'm going to tell you right now, if that's your goal, to get me to read that thing in a shout out box, and then you could go run to YouTube and say, "Oh, someone said something about this and that," and then they go, "Oh, you're wrong, Sailor Moon." So someone comes on and says something, and I don't want to get into it. I already said it. That's my mistake. I man up to it, or at least I woman up to it. So if I get so, oh, hi, everyone. So now I had this creep on my shout out box say something that was wrong, and I foolishly read it, and then I had to lock them. And now I'm frightened that they're going to go run to YouTube and say, "Oh, well, you hear what Sailor Moon said?" And then someone from YouTube's going to go watch the whole film till they read that and go, "Oh, you read that. You're as guilty as the one who wrote it on your shout out box. But since we go with the warning and the free strikes, you'll be well." I don't want to go for all that. Well, thank you for liking my films. And I can't do this all the time. No, there was a time where I could do that voice all the time. I don't know if it was Tracy Moore or Terry Hanks or Linda Bella time I was going as, but I can't do it all the time. And then the haters would always scathe me for not speaking like that. Yeah, well, they were the same ones that made fun of me when I got speech box illness every time I did that. So it is what it is. So I want to say, hey, over Sailor Moon. I love your Sailor Moon films. Don't fear, Sailor Moon. If YouTube does seek to take you down, you'll get back up. I'll fight for you. Good work thinking, Sailor Moon, now. Yeah, well, on YouTube, it's a warning and then your free strikes. And if it would have happened by now, and I'll tell you what happened. So Jordan made a film many, many months ago, and this was like sometime last year, and she's going on it, and it goes, "This film does not follow followership oversight." Oh, it would have happened by now. So, yeah. And I'm going to Savor clear my throat there. So, and sadly, there is a lot of room in the Hall of Shame, as I call it, or the blacklist, or whatever you want to call it on YouTube. So, yeah. So some folks might say, "Oh, well, is anyone else going to be on your YouTube live stream?" I don't know. I just had to, I don't know. There might be. I'm not sure. So, yeah, getting back to what I was talking about before, it said, "Hey, my friend, hope you're doing well." Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So anyway, there's folks out there who are going to be like, "Well, Sailor Moon, I've been watching some of your films, and the likeness only shows you in it." Yeah, well, YouTube is funny about the likenesses it chooses for my films. Like, I know me and Molly and me and Tuxedo Mask and me and Sailor Mercury are in the films. And then the sad thing is YouTube won't pick that. And there's no way I can't hold two dolls up to a shooter while I hit the shooter to take the likeness. So I can't really do that much. And I have no say on how the likenesses of the film's going to look like until after the film is filleted and playable on YouTube. And it's not like, and it's not like, "Oh, I know what I need to start doing before I even make my films." But I can't, because I'd still have to hold. There's no way I can do that, because how you hold two dolls at the same time you shoot a likeness, so that won't work. So anyway, it is what it is. It said, you could date Sailor Moon, South Hood. Which one would you? Well, we're not asking Dwayne, but he would like to be a friend with them. You see, he doesn't think he would be a good boyfriend or a good husband. In his mind, he thinks that he would be wedlock freed, broken up, dumped, whatever you want, whatever word you want to say. So he would just be a friend with them. One of those friends, kin, whatever you want to call them. And I know there's going to be some folks out there asking me, what do I think about my new film coming out, Sailor Moon Eternal or Sailor Moon Forever? Oh, I think my new film is going to be good. Even though I'm sure that the Dawnlandish offshoot will be out first before the English offshoot will be. And I'm sure that Hulu will get the deal to run it long before anyone else gets a deal. And that's probably after it's done coming out for whoever it comes out at. Yeah, that's true. He always puts himself down. He thinks that he wouldn't be good at that, but then again, all men and women have their strengths and their weaknesses. All men and women have things that are good about them and things that are not so good about them. But at the end of the day, that's just what he thinks. No need to go into into that though. But that would be it. Plus, everyone's already taken anyway. The way that he would look at it, they're already all spoken for and taken. So, there you go. Yes, he is. He is a good man. He does help out around the house. He does a lot of stuff. And housework is as much needed as outside work. So when the haters used to always bitch about, oh, you don't have a job, you don't got to work, you don't do this and that. Yeah, well, the haters don't know that, taking the clutter cans out, bringing them back, running the dirt cleaner, feeding the pets, doing all that stuff, handling all the clothes once they, from the dryer. All of that is needed, and it's probably as needed as much as actually doing a full time or a half time work. Plus, he does own the house along with his brother and his mother. Yep, not sure haters probably think he's making that shit up, but whatever. So, and then the haters would always say stuff like, "Oh, you're going on, you're e-begging, you're interweb asking." Yeah, well, when folks go on Patreon and GoFundMe, what are they doing? They're asking someone to back up their work, on the interweb. So they're asking. So it's the same thing. Plus, same thing though. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, what I was saying earlier, SailorMoonTV.com has this hang up again, where I started watching my old Deke offshoot of my show, and then yesterday, when the film doesn't play. So I go on their Twitter and say, your film's not playing. You need to heal this. I can't do it. You're the only one that runs the website. And I was real kind about it and everything. And I wrote it truly small, too. And I put it on their Twitter. Because let's just be earnest with it. The shout-out box don't work. You go in there, you set up a name, you set up take over step word. The shit don't work. So, yeah, you can't do that. And then someone's on the on the shout out box and goes, I just gave some gal to help you out. What's wrong with the website? Yeah, now shit's not playing. Yeah, I know. Where'd all that go to? You got to put some of that to get, to get your player running up to date. Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Haters are going to be heartburned and will scave you. Yeah, That's what happens, you know? But anyway, it is what it is. So here's something I do. All right. Yeah. You know how there's all these. Yeah. You're probably thinking, do I put anyone else on my show? Well, all right. So there's a lot of now I'm gonna get something new about this. So Power Rangers or Strength Keepers are leaving Netflix come February, which is sad. I mean, it's sad for folks that are no longer can see all the old Power Ranger followings, you know, the Siobhan, the Disney, the Siobhan, the Hasbro stuff, unless they see the new stuff on Nickelodeon. That's it. Unless you got a lot of gout on you and you buy the box sets that go from Mighty Morphin to like halfway through Beef Morphers, and that's about it. So I hope that Netflix and Hasbro get a new deal to keep Power Rangers on there, because it'd be sad if you can't watch the old ones anymore. You know, like someone says you want to go back and watch all the old Siobhan and all the old Disney and the new Siobhan and watch the Siobhan and the Disney and the Siobhan and Hasbro. You can't. Not the new stuff. Oh, you can watch the new stuff on Nickelodeon, but you can't watch all the old stuff. That'll be gone. And are they going to get a deal with Hulu next, or Peacock, or Roku? Oh, I hope not. No, don't get a deal with Amazon, because their shit's all their shit's all over the stead. Some stuff you got to buy, some you got to borrow, some you have to, and Voodoo's got they're worth too much. So I hope that Netflix and Hasbro get a new deal to keep the Power Rangers or Strength Keepers or whatever you want to call them. You know, it said the old are here with better times. Well, you know what? I like the Siobhan, Disney, Siobhan, and Hasbro. I liked all of them. It's like saying you like Deacon, Cloverway, and Viz. I liked all three of them. I liked all the time spans of the Power Rangers. Like I liked all the time spans of my show. You know, Deke, Cloverway, Viz. And you got Sailor Moon followers out there who hate Deke, hate Cloverway, but they love Viz. And when it comes to Power Ranger followers, you got them. They love the first Siobhan, between 93 YL to 2002 YL. Hate Disney 2002 YL to 2010 YL. Then they hate the new Siobhan 2010 YL to 28 between YL, and hate Hasbro 28 between YL to now. Well, I liked all of them: Siobhan, Disney, Siobhan, Hasbro. And I like Deacon, Cloverway, and Viz. I know I'm not a true Power Ranger follower if you like all the Power Ranger stuff. And you're not a true Sailor Moon follower if you liked all that stuff. Yep, I know. Yeah, keep in mind that's probably one of the things that makes our show and their show unlike is the big fight, the big tool fights. See, all of our beings, all of our fiends of the week, or whatever you want to call them, never got big. Well, all right, there was Emerald, but beyond that, no one else ever got big. You know, once we killed them, that's it. They were dead. They didn't come back big, and we didn't have to get a tool to, take them down. Well, I take that back, because when Queen Natalia and Queen Beryl became one, and then when Emerald became the Lindworm, but most of the time, but they were, So, yeah. Yeah. Well, I gotta see if I get anybody else to be on my show with me besides me, myself. I'll be back. Sad for that burp. Sad for what? Passing, whatever you call it. Well, Serena, Sailor Moon, what are you doing? I'm making a YouTube live stream, Luna. You know we have to keep our eyes out for the Dark Kingdom. Yeah, that was what Toei and Viz called it. Deke called it the Negaverse. And I'm sure that Cloverway would have called the Dark Kingdom too. Yeah, they would have. Luna, why do you sound? Why do you? Why do you? Why do you like? Why do you? Why do you tone like Alfred Hayes or Nigel McGuinness? That's a mean thing to say, Sarita. Sailor Moon. Say I talk like Alfred Hayes or I talk like Nigel McGuinness, or that's a mean thing to say. Yeah. Yeah. You're crooked. Stop being bloody crooked. I can't help it. Anyway, yeah, I want to say hi to everybody who's on YouTube right now. Good night. Hello, Luna. How are you feeling? Feeling well. Thanks for asking. You know, Luna, we got our new film coming out. Like, it was going to come out this year, then COVID happened and it couldn't come out, so they're going to do it this year. Yeah, Sailor Moon Eternal or Sailor Moon Forever. Which I just think they should have just did Sailor Hearth, the four following, and then put it on Tubi like they always, Hulu, whatever, what they're doing. But nah. But anyway, it is what it is. How are they going to take a film? How are they going to take a following and break it down into two chunks in a film, and then you got to watch the two forward film for the other chunks of the show? Then, yep, I guess so. And what's the deal with Sailor Moon TV.com having fuck-ups again with their films not playing right? Oh, and don't tell me. Oh, yeah, I don't know. They need to work on that because we can't. What's this Son of Mask? Or Son of High? Are you talking about like the Mask 2, but it wasn't the Mask 2, but it came out like years later? Yeah. Supposed to be a follow-up to the Mask film, but it took years for it to come out. But that wasn't what we were talking about. But I don't know what we're going to do. Yeah. Anybody see me? Yeah. 1080 PhD don't make wonders. It doesn't blow things up. It might make things look a little more smoother to look at, but at the end of the day, it's not going to shift anything. Can anyone see any boogers in my nose? No, I guess not. So you're only going to see what you're going to see. Yeah, we have 8 followers on here, 9 thumbs up. Yeah. And who knows it? So we have a lot of followers on my YouTube fairway, and I'm not sure how you read it, but I'm gonna guess it's like 200, 1,042 followers, but I could be wrong about that, about how you go by reading that. What else we got here? No, Luna. Well, then you see HD or 4K is not going to make you see things that are not there. It will make things brighter so you can see them more smoothly, but it's not going to make you see things like that. So I'm small, and I guess it's not going to make me any more bigger than I already am. And if there was anything like that in your nose, God forbid it'd have to clean it out. Oh, don't say things like that. So, you still think? So, there was someone, so yeah. Uh, sad for that yawn. Yeah. And I always wanted to know, Luna, are you black or are you blue? Well, in the live drawing show, I was blue. But somehow, some way, I was black. And somehow, some way, I became blue. Which I don't really, so I'm black. Yeah. Well, you know, in the Tune Makers one, you had been white. Yeah. So let's talk about that one, Tune Maker Sailor Moon. The Sailor Moon that would never that Tune Makers never had the right to work with, that Atlantic Renaissance Entertainment, or well, Renaissance is a French borrowed word. English word would become again, right? Began again. And English word would be glee, since entertainment's a French borrowed word. Atlantic, that's a Greek borrowed word, so the English word would be what? See? I don't know. Well, they never had the right to work with the offshoot of the show they were offshooting from. You see, their belief was that my show was too much for girls and they didn't want to get into it. So then years later, they started kicking themselves and saying, oh, I sure wish I had Sailor Moon. Well, I can't get a deal with Toei because we told Toei a long time ago that Sailor Moon was too girly and we didn't want nothing to do with it. Don't want to go to Toei and tell them we're wrong about that. So we're going to go make our take on Sailor Moon, but then we're not going to have the right to work with any of the stuff we're offshooting from. And it's going to be too much for us to make a live drawing and a live show, which that's what it would have been. The show would have been a live show up until she had the shapeshift. Then it would have been a live drawing show. You know? And it is what it is. So folks would have been, instead of bitching about the Deke and the Cloverway one, they would have been bitching about the Tune Makers one. Oh, did you see Queen Beryl? She's flying on a ship. Fuck her. She don't have a ship. Oh, I hate that. I hate that Vicky. I hate that Rebecca. She isn't Usagi. She's not Serena. I wish we had a true English dub. So you see, they wouldn't have been happy with that. And I'm going to let you know, my name's Serena. I'm not Usagi. I don't know who this Usagi is. I'm not her. She's one of my double daggers, look-alike twins, who lives in a world right beside me, but I can't get there and she can't get to me. Oh, you're right about that. What is, you want a shout out? Can I give you a shout out? Ice, Willow, Come. That would be the name. If I'm saying it right, then there you go. You got your shout out. Guess you're going to be one of my new followers. Let me know if I read that name right or not. You know? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, he wrote something, but it said Serena. It said, yep. Well, that's not me. I don't care what you say. That's just some double-dagger look-alike twin of me who lives in some other world and looks like me and talks like me, but it's not me. All right? It is what it is. That would be my double-dagger, my look-alike, my twin. If you went to some other world, that's what my double-dagger look-alike and twin would be called. So I'm not Usagi. I'm Serena. All right? It is what it is. My name is Serena, not Usagi. Yeah, stop calling her who she's not. Yeah, thank you, Luna. In this world, there's Serena. In some other world, it's Usagi. She's not the same one, and you know it. Some creep out there getting mad at me because my name's not Serena. My name is not Usagi. It's Serena. You don't like it? Too bad. That's what I was named. We'll better get somebody else on the show. I should know. That's what she was named. Yeah, she was born Serena Sakino and 19 between 81, wow, making her 39 years old. Oh, thanks for letting everybody know I'm old. You know. Yeah, because you didn't become Sailor Moon to at least 9 between 95, YL, and you were 4 between years old. And, the whole, and then, the next following was in 96. And then give or take, the Super and Super S was 97 and 98, which would make Sailor Stars be 99. Yeah, that actually happened. Yeah. All right, I gotta go now. Someone else need to get blocked? That's it. You're locked. Yeah. All right, I gotta go now. And just to let you know, you've been locked. Just to let you know what we do on this YouTube fairway, we do it from the Deacon of Clover way. We don't do it from Toei or Viz or whatever. So if that makes someone mad, then too bad. Go sob a river to Nako Takaguchi. Yeah. Hello. Well, Serena, things haven't seemed to be going well. You got that right, Darian. I get some creep on here bitching because my name's Serena and not Usagi. Yeah, next thing you know, someone's going to start bitching. Oh, your name's Darian. You're not Monaru. I don't know who this Monaru man is. I mean, he's my double dagger, my twin, my lookalike from another world. You know? Yeah, we gotta let you know. Everything we've been doing on this YouTube fairway for any newcomers, it has to do with the Deke and a Cloverway take on Sailor Moon. Not the Toei, not the Viz offshoot, even though we love those. When we watch the Viz stuff, we go by the old Deke names. You know, those Greek and Latin borrowed names, not the Japanese borrowed names. I did give you a shout out, wasn't you? You were Ice Willow Come. So I did give you a shout out earlier, Ice Willow Come. I guess you either you left or you didn't hear me, but I did give you a shout out earlier, and I asked you if I said your name right, and you didn't say anything back. So yeah, Safford Epper. Yeah, well, there's a lot of folks out there, a lot of, heartburned, booty ached Sailor Moon followers out there who hate the Deacon Cloverway stuff, who, they're like, no, that's not, and they keep saying, oh, who's this Monaru? There's not, I don't know. My name's Darian. Yeah, my name's Serena. I don't know who this Usagi is. I never met her. She might be my double dagger twin lookalike. Yeah, this Monaru might be a double dagger twin lookalike of me in some other world. Yeah. So, anyway, it is what it is. So, there was this saga and tale going around a long time ago that some folks thought that Naoko Takaguchi didn't like the English work, but that wasn't true. The truth was the only thing she ever had a hang up with was about how Toei handled the Sailor Stars, the last following of Sailor Moon. That was the only thing she ever had a hang up with. As far as the English work went, it was actually Naoko Takaguchi and Toei who worked to get Sailor Moon into to the rest of the world, and gave Deke and Cloverway the freedoms to work with it. And also the same ones who gave Viz the right to do the rework of it, Yeah. Oh, a Hebrew borrowed name. Yep. Anyway, it is what it is. So, yeah. So, yeah, someone's getting mad at me for whatever. Yeah. Getting mad at me. Yeah. But it is what it is. So that might knock me back. Oh, well. So someone on there, someone on there got mad and kept saying, oh, yeah. So let's get to what we were doing. So why we don't do live streams as much as we used to? Well, you see, you got to put a lot of time aside when you do a YouTube live stream. Since it's longer than an upload, you got to put a lot more time aside to do it. And always frightened that every time we do a YouTube live stream, that's where something's going to happen. But it is what it is. Well, right now we had about 8 followers. We're back to 6. We know where those 2 went. Those are the 2 creeps that we locked. So yeah, that makes sense that we lost those 2. getting mad because my name's Serena, getting mad at my name's DRAIEN. Come on. Well, thank you for doing that. Well, speaking of that, what happened to Sailor Moon Jacob? Anyone know what happened to him? He showed up around December, I guess, started making some Sailor Moon films, and then he, went away. Hasn't been making any more. Does anyone know what happened to him? No, I guess you wouldn't know what happened to him. So yeah, there was this fall where he was called Sailor Moon Jacob, and at one time he was doing what we do, but instead it was the plush and dolls he was doing it with. And he's not around anymore, which is sad. He's not making any films anymore. So I guess it's just me doing this. When we thought that maybe and how we knew about him, because he had reached out to us once, and he asked us to do a shout out, and then we did a shout out for him, and that was how we reached out to him. Well, that's how he reached out to us, and we gave him a shout out. And then from December, he was making all these Sailor Moon films. He was doing like what we do, but in some way. But anyway, now he's gone, and now it's just us again. Oh, I sure hope the haters didn't show up and, run them off like they seek to do to us all those years and then failed at it. Yeah, they did fail at it. At the end, our haters, they worked so hard to besmirch our name and put us down and make fun of us and run us off of YouTube and whatever they wanted to do. But at the end of the day, it didn't actually work. So, yeah. So it is what it is. We'll have someone else come on my YouTube fairway. Well, why be crooked for? I don't know. We're just crooked. There's just nothing we can do about it. It said Amy was on someone who was watching Sailor channel like this. Dances, skipping, stepping, I don't know. But looks like now it's only us doing it. And it's going to be 8 long years, come this May. It'll be 8 years. 8 years that we've been doing this. Well, hi. Yeah, it'll be 8 years that we've been doing this stuff. Yeah, sad for that yawn. But it is what it is, 8 long years. We've been doing this. And, So you're probably thinking, what are we doing now? Who are we fighting now? Oh, we're fighting the Dark Kingdom again. We're fighting Queen Beryl and, Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa again. And let's read what he has to say. Tuxedo Matt says, I may have to start a channel one time. Yeah, well, I also wanted to say thank you for all the gifts you gave me over the years. That was kind of you for doing all that. And I know it wasn't as cool as going on Patreon, that French barware backer, or wasn't as cool as going on GoFundMe. But I say thank you for doing all that. Another thing that the haters would make up and say, oh, well, he never thanked anyone. Well, I did. you know. So, I don't know if you ever knew this, but Sailor Moon's fangs are always been over-sticked on, over-oozed on, because they kept coming off. And one time, many years ago, my leg broke, and there's this wax wire holding my feet instead. But you can't see it, but it did happen to me. Now, Darren, we gotta talk about that. That was frightening when that happened to you. Yeah, it was. Well, Sailor Moon, you were fine to Miz back then when that happened. Yes, it was. So, gotta go now. Oh. Yep, you're welcome, outstanding one. Yep, it's a live stream. Might not be as cool as all the other YouTube live streams out there. I also call the podcast too. And I can call it what I want to call it. You know? Yeah, I guess you can call it what you want to call it, Molly says. Yeah, Serena. You can call it what you want to call it, Sailor Moon.
You gonna piss the bed again?
Yeah, I can.
Better not piss the bed again.
I can call it whatever I want to call it. You know? You know? Yeah, you can. No, it's not me. It's me, Molly, you know, from Sailor Moon, one of Serena's friends. Oh, I wish, but it's not her. Yeah, one of those little keychains, you know, one of those whatever things, you know. Yeah, I know it is. You know, so if Serena was here, she would say that, well, look, Molly, I got to tell you something, but I never told you this, but I think I need to tell you this. I'm Sailor Moon. You're Sailor Moon? Yeah, I've been Sailor Moon since between 95 YL, and I never told you that. Why you never tell me? Because I got to keep it unknown, untold. You know, I could never tell you that. Well, that was funny because I always thought Sailor Moon looked like you, but I didn't put it together all those years. Yeah, but that was me. So you're going to say that all those years of seeing Sailor Moon around, that was you? Yep, that was me. I was Sailor Moon. I was the winner of right. You know? Oh, and you should have told me. I wouldn't told anyone. Well, I hope you don't tell anyone about this. You know? No, I won't. So, anything else we want to talk about here? Well, I have about 12 followers. Some creep, came on my shout out box and said something mean. Someone got mad at me when I said that I'm Serena and not Usagi. And I talked about the whole hang up with SailorMoonTV.com, Power Rangers leaving Netflix, this February and stuff. Yeah. Can't really do anything about this thing around myself, but it is what it is. Hi. Yeah. And first, we just want to say how sad we are for if you heard any of that stuff in the background. It is what it is. Not going to be cleaned out or shifted out or anything like that.
Skip, you can have some of that Diamond Mountain Dew cans if you want them.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, that's true life. That happens every day. Unless it was some really, truly bad thing that was going on or something that was one zone and it wouldn't be on there. But yep. Well, thank you for that. They are the ones that watch all the TWF shows. Well, something, and here's the way you wanted, it's something, Serena. What is it? Why would someone out there get mad at you when your name is Serena and not Usagi? I don't know, Molly, why someone would get mad at me for that. That would be like saying, oh, I'm mad at you because you're not Nairu. That's not my name. Who's this Nairu? I don't know. See? Someone out there would bitch about that. Well, that's good for you to know. Yeah, well, everything we do on this YouTube Fairway is taking from the Deacon Cloverway offshoot of Sailor Moon from Viz, but it is what it is. I'm sad for that burp. Yeah, that's good to know as you had that for breakfast. Good to know. Sad for that yawn. And I know someone out there, oh, why you don't do TikTok? First off, it only runs on the wireless far, only runs on the Wise wireless far speaker. 2, you gotta gald it. Yeah, it's not free. So no, I'm not going to be doing that. They're like, oh, but it's bigger than YouTube, they say. Yeah, they say that, Serena. That's their belief. I'm not gonna gald out something so I can make films on there and then say, look, I'm the shit. If that's their own business, good for them. But I don't got gald to be buying anytime on TikTok, and I don't got no Wise wireless far speaker to put any tools on, or whatever you want to call them. Scott's doing all right, but we ain't talk. Well, I guess I gotta go now. All right, Molly, good seeing you. Shut up. Dr. Say Dr. Say Hold on here. Yep. Scott's doing well, if you want to ask. Well, Darian, it's good to see you. Good to see you too, Serena. Or should I say, Queenling Serenity and Kingling Endymion. Or Queenling Serenity, Queenling Serena, and Kingling Darian. Yeah. You see, Deke never did make a big doll myself in this likeness of myself. I mean, Bandai did, but never Deke. So, I mean, never Irwin, I meant to say. Never Irwin, yeah. You know? So, you think there's any good way that we can end this YouTube live stream? Well, I think there's a good way we can do that. I don't really like this thing and keeps spinning on my back. All right, we gotta go now. Hope everybody likes this film. Yeah, hope y'all like the film. Bye.